So a few people have requested that I look into adding fractions with the same denominator first and then with different denominators. So by denominator, I mean the bottom number over here. So in the first example, it'd be 3, and the second example, it'd be 4. So if the denominators are the same, all we have to do is add up the top as per normal, so 1 plus 2, and carry over the denominator, so it'll give us a 3. So in that case, a third plus 2/3 gives us 3 over 3, which is just 1. In the second example, 2 over 4 plus 3 over 4, it'd just be 2 plus 3, which gives us 5 over 4. And if you wanted to convert it to a mixed number, it'd give you 1 1/4. So the same applies for subtraction. If we've got the denominator the same, we can minus the top and carry over the bottom. So 3 minus 1 is 2 over 7, and 2 minus 1 is 1 over 6. So things start to get a bit trickier when we've got different denominators. So as we can see here, they're different. So we can't just add them like we did when we had the same denominators. What we need to do first is we need to get these denominators at the bottom to be the same. In order to do that, we need to find out the lowest common multiple between 3 and 4. So you can list out the multiples of 3 first if you like. 3, 6, 9, 12. Then list out the multiples of 4. So 4, 8, and then 12. Once you find one in common, you can circle the one in common and then figure out how many times you need to multiply 3 by to get to 12. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. So you multiply the 3 by 4, and how many times you need to multiply 4 to get to 12. Got 1, 2, 3. So multiply the 4 by 3. The key with fractions is what we do to the denominator, we need to do to the top or the numerator. So if we times the left side by 4, we need to times the top by 4 as well. If we times the bottom by 3 on the right, we need to times the top by 3 as well. After we've done that, we can rewrite our equation. So now we've got 4 over 12 plus 2 times 3, 6 over 12. Now that our denominators are the same, we can add as per normal. So 4 plus 6 is 10 over 12, and we can simplify that to be 5 over 6. So in the case of the second example now, we can see again that the denominators are different. So we need to figure out what the lowest common multiple of 7 and 3 is. So the lowest common multiple between these two numbers is actually 21. And to get from 7 to 21, we multiply the bottom by 3. And to get from 3 to 21, we multiply the bottom by 7. What we do to the bottom, we need to do to the top or the numerator. So we multiply the top by 3 on the left and the top by 7 on the right. Once we've done that, we write it out like we did above. So 3 by 3 is 9 over 21 plus 7 over 21, and that gives us 16 over 21, and that can't be simplified. So the same applies for subtraction as well. So once again, we can see that the denominator is not the same, so we can't just add them normally. We need to find the lowest common multiple between 3 and 4, which was 12, times the left by 4 to get to 12, times the right by 3 to get to 12. And then what we do to the bottom, we do to the top. Once you've got that, you expand it out. So if 7 4s are 28 over 12 minus 2 3s are 6 over 12, and that gives you 22 over 12. You can divide that by 2 to give us 11 over 6. In the second example over here, the lowest common multiple between 4 and 5 is actually 20. So if you get stuck on that step, you can write out the multiples individually, like we did in the first example. So to get from 4 to 20, we multiply it by 5. get from 5 to 20, we multiply it by 4. What we do to the bottom, we do to the top. And then we write it out. So 6 5s are 30 over 20 minus 1 4s are 4 over 20, which gives us 26 over 20, which gives us 13 over 10.